Okay, so today we have a door. This is actually a rear door from BMW E39. This is a 1996 to 2003 5 Series. Today we are going to be taking the door panel, the window regulator, the window glass, the outside trim, and getting everything ready to ship. This door is sold, but only the shell. Okay, so we are going to start by taking this trim off, the outer window trim, to the door. We're going to take this divider out. That's going to come out from the back. So let's start with that and I'll show you how. Okay, so we're going to take this trim off. I've already started it just a little bit. Like take a pry bar without touching the paint, or barely touching the paint, hit up on the trim. You're going to see it lift like this. If you get in here and work it a little bit more, do that, and you get in here and work it up and down very gently, it'll pop off just like that. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to take this off. I've already flipped the door around to the inside. I'm going to take the same pry bar and a rag. We're just going to very gently go in here and pop that off. It's not very difficult to get off. And it's going to hook over in a little lip and pop off just like that. Okay, so next we're going to pull the 3 screws out with the battery impact. And they are Phillips. They're not very tight at all. What this is going to do, that's going to free up the plastic on the back. So next we're going to take the door panel off and get to the regulator. And we're going to see how that's going to go. Okay, so for this one we have 3 different tools. We have the small straight screwdriver. That's going to be to get the plastic plug out. We have a Phillips screwdriver and the pry bar. So let's just go ahead and take it apart. There's a little plastic plug right behind the door handle. It pops out, it looks like this. Right behind that, there is a Phillips. I'm just going to go ahead and take that out. We're going to take the pry bar, we're going to go around and gently just pop the snaps loose and just work all the way around. Be careful when you're doing this. If you hear anything cracking or it sounds like a ripping, you may be ripping the cardboard off of the door panel. And this chrome trim is going to stay in place. You're going to get up in here and you're going to separate the cardboard from the trim. You're going to lift it out up over the lock, and at the same time we're going to fish the handle through the panel, just like that. Okay, so here's the door with the door panel off and the foam off. So as you can see, right here is a bolt. That's a Torx bit. I don't know, probably a T50, maybe a little bit smaller. That is actually going to take the glass out. So you could actually remove that, slip the glass down, and it's going to go out towards the outside of the door. Now, this car actually has the regulator unplugged, which means it's bad. You can actually see the cable right here is actually loose. If you look all the way down in there, you actually see the bolts actually not in the bottom of the regulator. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this glass out, and I'll take the regulator out and show you guys how it's done. Okay, so I actually jumped the plug with some power, got the window down. This is actually a T27 star, so we're going to go ahead and pull that. him off to the side. So the next thing we're going to have to do, what we did earlier, was we pulled the 3 screws out of this. So how this works, this plastic trim is going to pull out from the outside like this. And it's going to slip up and out of there. So, I'm sorry I said plastic, it's actually metal or aluminum. So the gasket's still going to stay in. What we're going to end up with is the window needs to slip out of the little holder, slip up like so, and then we're going to pull it up out to the outside. Just like that. It's actually a little easier to do with the window in the car because you have something to hold it. Try to go through and wrestle it out. Being careful not to damage any of the seals when you pull it out. There we go, finally. Slips up just like that and separates. And that's how you get the glass out of the door. Okay, so now with the glass out, so you can see down in here, there is a inverted Torx. That is actually, let's see if I can see it on the socket here, an E12. It's going to look like this. You pretty much have to have this. You could probably use a 13 millimeter or whatever size that is, maybe a 10. But you probably are going to strip it out. So with the right socket, you just go in here like this. You just bang it out real easy. Down here at the bottom, they actually have a, oh, it's all broken and messed up. I believe it's 10 millimeter. You take out the wrench that goes right here in this. So after that, you can actually just pull out the regulator like so. It's hard to do with one hand, so let me go and put the camera back in the tripod here. Okay, so to get the regulator out, the bolt's out up here. The bolt was already out in the bottom, as we know. The regulator just pulls up and out like so. And there it is. You can see the plastic's broken on the back side here. Usually the pulleys are busted. This one actually isn't busted as far as I could tell. And that's how that comes out.